Let me tell you up front, friends, the big idea today is that getting Christ and getting what it is to be the church is going to require from you, as we will see in God's Word, an understanding of His context, a conflict with the world, and a contrast that is both temporary and eternal. Try to imagine yourself on a rabbinical road trip. That's what we're going to do this morning, here in the beginning. We're going to go on a rabbinical road trip. One of the commentators, Kent Hughes, said it this way: as you think about what it's going to be like to go to this Passover, I quote, "Passover created a spirit of expectancy across the land, probably much like what we experience during the Christmas season. Jewish tradition required an entire month of preparation. The roads were repaired and the bridges were shored up. The entire land bustled with the spirit of Passover. Jerusalem, although not a big city by ordinary standards, would have as many as 2.2 million people crowded into its confines during the Passover time." Friends, I tell you up front this morning, I'm going to challenge you, but not from my words, but from God and His words. And my prayer is that we will all leave here with a fresh perspective and a passion to be the people of God. You've got to get the context of the temple if you're going to understand the message from our King. Friends, in our Old Testament, as you read God's Word, you may notice that when this temple and these times of Passover are referenced, you're going to see in God's Word that it's called the Passover of the Lord. What you may have missed is that most references in the New Testament say the Passover of the Jews. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because what God initiated and made good, man perverted and made bad. Faith had been replaced with ritual and religion. The good and necessary were replaced with the godless and the narcissistic sins. We're about to go to a place that forces us as modern day believers to inspect our hearts, to question us about our church, our understanding of Christ, our understanding of what it is to be a Christian, our understanding of what it is to be the church. To go to church is wrong. To be the church is the call on our lives. I ask you, friends, have you ever wondered whether or not Jesus would want to hang out with you for the day? I ask you, have you ever wondered whether or not you think Jesus would be comfortable in your church? I tell you this, as a humble under-shepherd, I will do all that I can to make sure that if and when Jesus should walk this community, He would feel right at home in this place. Not because we're worthy, but because we worship Him. That's what this is about. I could care less what you want. I've been sent to give you what you need. I do not care what the world is doing. I care only about what Christ has done. We are a people of the gospel of Jesus Christ. We've been called to be His ambassadors. We are the sent ones, set apart and called out to represent Him and bring Him glory by in part making sure that His truth and His love is lived and shared.